So welcome everyone who's in the room here and who's online. My name is Frank Place. I'm the Director of the Policies, Institutions, and Markets Program hosted here at IFPRI. And we're here for the pro-WEAI outreach event, and I think everybody recognizes we can say pro-WEAI, you know what it means, but I'm going to say it's the Project Level Women's Empowerment and Agriculture Index outreach event, in case you're tuning in and you don't really know these acronyms. So, we're very happy within PIM and our sister CGIAR Research Program, Agriculture for Nutrition and Health. The two of us have been hosting the different phases of the GAP project. This is the GAP 2, Gender, Agriculture, and Assets project, which is behind the formation of pro-WEAI. The two of us have also helped to support the development of many metrics and measurements and empirical findings related to gender. Within PIM, we continue to work on these methods. Within one of our, we have a dedicated flagship on gender. We also have a lot of work on gender-related metrics and measurements and outcomes in many of our other flagships. One is on social protection that Dan leads. Another is on governance of natural resources that Ruth leads. We have work on it in value chains and many of other work. So the gender dimensions of much of our work is very important to our program. I wanted to thank the funders of GAP 2, also Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and USAID. It's not necessarily such a sexy topic of metrics and methods, but so I congratulate them for having the foresight and the patience to invest in something that is a little bit of a longer impact pathway than some of their other opportunities they have to invest. So we thank them for that. I have a great appreciation for the development of metrics and measurements and their importance. I worked previously in an area on property rights and land tenure where we're still struggling to come up with good measurements for things like tenure security. And the inability to measure things like that means we can't really pull across and synthesize and learn lessons from the different research that's gone on in the area because people use different ways of measuring these terms. We don't have a good system yet, although we're working on it, for countries to use to track progress towards improving tenure security. And we can't, of course, then test the effect of different interventions that they might have on tenure security. So in the area of women's empowerment, which I think is actually a much more challenging area, we had quite a breakthrough a few years ago with the Women's Empowerment and Agriculture Index, which is now used in more than 50 countries, I think, worldwide. And that's already starting to generate very valuable information that we can use to compare and synthesize and measure progress towards empowerment. But with any innovation, there's no silver bullet. And I think it was recognized that that particular tool was perhaps a little bit laborious for some people to use, and it didn't hit all the different dimensions that we aim to do. So there's been some spin-offs from that. We have the pro-WEAI is one of them, which is a very important one that can be used by development projects in their work. It's a leaner instrument, and they can implement better. And the use of this is going to be very important not only for the development partners themselves, but for the global community, because the information, those are the partners and organizations that test interventions on the ground. They scale up, and it's those types, that information on what types of interventions can work to improve empowerment is a big critical information gap that we all hope to solve. So I'm very excited about this development and the future applications of the tool, and I look forward to hearing from all of you today, and I'll stop now because I think my time is up. So over to Marie.